Hi, my name is Rachel Martinez. I am an alumni of GEM with the class of 2011, which makes me a Pearl, and I'm sending you this video all the way from Orlando, Florida. So hello from down south, and I miss everybody, and I love you, and I hope you're enjoying your dinner at the Living Classrooms Foundation, and I wish I could be there with you. Now this is take 10 of the videos that I've been trying to articulate everything that GEM has done for me and my journey, and I realized that my 3.5 years actively in GEM, I have done an incredible amount of things, things that normal teenagers my age couldn't possibly ever imagine doing, and there's no way I'm going to be able to talk about it in the short video time that I have. However, I've narrowed it down to 3 things that I think I've taken away most valuable from GEM and have the best experiences from. So the first thing is GEM taught me to stick to my goals. And I mean that in the sense that life is going to throw huge curveballs at you. It is going to be hard, it is going to be cloudy, and it is going to be muddy to no end. But if you keep trudging through, if you keep pushing the clouds out of the way, then something beautiful is going to happen at the end. And the best example I have for that is probably the retreat where the Pearls, my group, went on, I think it was the Mayflower boat with the Living Classrooms Foundation. It was this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful boat, or sailboat I should say, or that ship that we went on. And it was very Mayflower-like. If that wasn't the name, I apologize. I did forget the name, but we learned how to raise the sail. We learned how to throw out the net to catch fish or to catch, oysters and shuck them and do all of these things. And we learned how to clean the boat or clean the ship. And we learned how to, read a compass and where to go and how to navigate using the very minimal of tools. And I learned this lesson and learned to stick to my goals in this lesson, because our goal before we got on, Miss Robin and it was Miss Claire and Miss Jenny at the time, asked us what our goals were, as we were getting on the ship. And mine was to just take it all in, because one, I was petrified of the water. So that was to not be super scared was one. The other one was to just kind of take everything in and really learn how to live this life openly. And so it was very scary. And it was very challenging, because all of the girls that went on the boat were freaking out because it was rocking and it was windy and it was cloudy at one point. And, there were so many things going on that if we weren't listening and weren't paying attention and weren't giving our all and dedicating ourselves to it, something was going to happen. And we didn't want that to happen. So we had to. And for the entire time that we were on, this ship, you have to dedicate yourself through it. And this is where the murkiness comes. It's hard. It's hard to pull up one of those ropes and to raise the sail and to, turn the jaft or the jiff. I turn the small one and turn the small sail and to do all these things. It's really hard. And I took that lesson and I've incorporated into my everyday life that things are going to be hard. Very, very hard. But if you give it your all, give it your 100%, you're going to learn something incredible. And at the end of the day, I realized, 1, I'm not that scared of water. I actually kind of like the water. And 2, that I'm a lot stronger than I think. And I can incorporate that into every small challenge that I have from here to eternity. That I'm a lot stronger than I initially think, because fear is not as powerful as I want it to be. If I commit to it, if I give it my all, fear is very minimal. And that is what sticking to my goals, GEM has taught me. And that's what I'm doing. I'm sticking to my goals. And that's how I'm here in Florida, because it was my goal to move and I moved. And so that's one good thing that's happened. GEM has also taught me, the second thing is the value of family. Now, Miss Weinberg can go into detail about this, but I didn't have the easiest of family lives. I come from 10 generations of military family. My mom, my dad, my brothers, everybody prior to me is in the military, and I was not that kind of person. I am the wallflower, to say the least. I want to be creative, and I want to paint and draw and sing and be a broadcaster, and I couldn't wear a uniform, and I tried, and it just wasn't for me. And essentially, I learned that family is not only people who are your blood, but it's the people that love, care, respect, and cherish you more than you cherish yourself. And they show you that cherishing yourself above all is really important. And that's what these successful women all carried. They cherish themselves, and they cherish the people around them, and they realize that they create their family with their friends, with their coworkers, with their blood. They created a family that way. And the example for that is with my mentor, Jacqueline Fitch, whom I hope she is there, and I love you, and I miss you, and goodness gracious, I respect you to the nth degree, because you are an incredible woman. She has shown me to love thyself, to love nature, and to love people. And she showed me this through her patience with all three of these things. That Jacqueline recently, or is still going to be a yoga, and she is a yoga instructor, a certified yoga instructor, and is going through that second stage of being a yoga instructor. And being patient with yourself and the way you learn, and the way your body works, and the way you move is key to really understanding all the things that you can do, and to unlock the things that you didn't potentially think you could ever do. It's being patient with that growth there. And I had to learn to be patient with myself, because I had these goals in high school to be a broadcaster and to be the best of the best, and nobody was going to stop me. But I wasn't patient with the fact that I may not mentally or emotionally be ready to do all of those things. And I learned that the hard way, but I realize now that it took emotional growing for me to be ready to commit myself to being a broadcaster. That's what I'm doing now. I'm doing that. And she showed me that loving other people for who they are, without qualm, or without, certain expectations or certain, qualifications to be a part of that circle of people that you love, that loving them no matter what is going to teach you more about yourself than it will about anything else. And so now I look at people in a very different light. I look at them for all the good. And yes, I'm very aware, because I stick to my goals. I'm very aware of individuals that don't have the best of qualities, or don't have qualities that I would use in my day-to-day life. But everyone has something good to offer, and I have something good to offer to them. And so we match those qualities, and beautiful relationships have come from that. And to love nature, first off, thank you, Jacqueline, for teaching me how to snowboard, because that's an incredible thing. But she also taught me that when you're patient with yourself, when you're realizing and accepting of other people, and you take the time to sit and enjoy that moment, you realize all the beauty that's around you. And successful women, in my opinion and in my experience, successful women appreciate those things to a higher degree than not successful people. People, period. You appreciate the way the wind blows, or the way the weather changes, because it's a phenomenon that is out of our control, and you have to be patient, and you have to be understanding of working through those challenges. And it all intertwines with sticking with your goals, and that builds family. Loving nature, loving other people, and loving yourself. And Jacqueline has shown me and is a living example of all of these beautiful things. So if you don't know her, please get to know her. She's incredible, and I could talk about her for days. And the third thing that Jem has taught me is the value of building yourself within. And I've mentioned this already, that they taught me to stick to my goals. They taught me the value of family and what it means to be a part of a family. And the three things you need to have a family and to really create one. But not only do you learn all these qualities, you need to take those qualities, and at the end of the day, with the journal that we've created with Jem, I write down every single thing that I've done. And I reflect on all of those things and how those things helped or not helped make me a better person. For example, today I went to work, and at work I was, very friendly and very generous and nice to all these people. And how did I help somebody, have a better day is a goal of mine. And for example, this person needed a certain type of food, and I was like, go ahead, sit down, I'll bring it out to you when it's ready. And I did. And I brought that food out to them when it was ready, and, asked them if I could get them anything else. And just by asking an extra question, that made their day. They were super happy about that. And so that was one small thing. And I used that to incorporate that to the next day. And so you're building yourself from within. You're taking that one good quality, incorporating it into every little thing, small things, day by day, that you do. And eventually you realize that 120 days from now, you have, on your own, taken qualities that you watched one person do, or you watched a group of people do months or years ago, and you've now made it better within you, or you made it work for yourself, and you've grown yourself that way. And that is what has made me successful. It's what made other people successful. Because they work on themselves every single day. It is an upward battle, making yourself a better person, and there's always room for improvement. So those are the 3 things that I've learned from Jem the most, and that I still use to this day to be a successful, beautiful woman. And I love them. I love Jem. Thank you. I just wanted to say that I hope this program is ongoing and blossoming forever and ever and ever. And it eventually, I don't know if it's going to be in other schools or if it's going to be in other counties, but God, I pray that it is, because it's not only Chesapeake High School that has benefited, it's people that I've met in other schools and other places that because of Jem, I was able to talk about it and help them be better people and take those things and start working with them. And so if there's any chance that Jem goes into different places, let's make it happen. Anything I can do to help, let me know. And I love and I miss you all. And Miss Weinberg, thank you for creating Jem, and thank you for bringing me this beautiful experience. Goodbye.